Well, they are not saying what it is. I think the first product is going to be a home device. At some point, I expect them to follow up with a mobile device. But these are basically smart products specifically for tapping into ChatGPT. It's basically using ChatGPT as the new interface after the visual operating system. Now it's the speech-based operating system. And so I think this is something that at some point is going to become popular. Immediately, it's not going to jettison the iPhone or the MacBook, but at some point, this is going to become the future and make the future something of that time, of that current era, whenever it becomes popular. Now, you mentioned the Apple shares declining. I want to simplify it a little bit. So Jony Ive left Apple in 2019, 6 years ago, right? He was the face of the company. He was the face of their hardware. In terms of the top two most important people at Apple, it was him and Tim Cook, and before that, it was him and Steve Jobs. He was known as Jobs' spiritual partner. They worked on everything together. They designed everything together. He leaves. Tim Cook pitches the idea to Wall Street because they were afraid, obviously, of Ive leaving, that Apple and Ive are going to work together. He made it as such that nothing's really going to change. He's just not a formal employee, right? Well, they ended up doing nothing together. And now he's working with the company that many people at Apple believe could ultimately put a pin in the iPhone.
Speaking of that, what replaces what in the future? I want to pull up this take by Josh Wolf, of course, venture capitalist a lot of people keep their eye on. He says that in his opinion, the Mag 7 just becomes MOG, Meta, OpenAI, and Google, which is a very unfortunate thing for stock investors at this current moment because OpenAI is not publicly traded. Mark, I mean, what is the potential here for OpenAI to really take out one of the big guys in the future with the ability to create real devices?
I think it's extremely high, honestly. I mean, Apple has well over 1 billion customers, so this is going to be a slow roll. They're not going to go anywhere in the next few years, but they're playing with fire here. If they don't find a way to catch up in artificial intelligence and make it a real core technology in the company, they're in big trouble. This is equivalent to 15 years ago if Samsung wasn't able to release a device with a touchscreen. AI is as core to the next wave of technology as the touchscreen has been to the last wave of technology. And don't forget, that's what the iPhone was. It was a touchscreen. The iPad, a touchscreen. Lots of computers are touchscreens. That's the equivalent here.